Hi ladies, I wanted to do a quick tutorial on taking you through the steps of when you receive your makeup to putting it on step by step, broken down. And I will try to refrain from telling too many stories along the way. So you've been stocking your mailbox for about a week, waiting for that gorgeous white parcel to arrive. And finally you see the mail carrier with it in their hands, and it's like Christmas for women. You want to run up and hug and kiss them, but you can't because it's COVID. So you are excited. Your parcel has arrived and you open it up to peer at your gorgeous goodies as the angel sounds come in from above. And there are your gorgeous goodies. So what do? I know you've all seen demos and videos, but now you have your makeup in your hands and you think, I forget it all. So let's walk through it, okay? You get your gorgeous compact, which is your magnetic compact where all of your tins are going to live. So what do we do with them? Okay, so you are going to take your products and you are going to remove the lid. Now, sometimes the lid gets a little stuck. So if you push and slide it, it gets a little jammed. So just gently slide it off and remove that lid completely. Then you are going to pop it in to your beautiful little compact and fill her up. So they sit in there, they're magnetic, they're not going anywhere. And then what you can do is if you save this tin lid, what you'll want to do with it is save it for when it comes time to replace your products. So I'm just going to use my previous one to show you. You're going to use this small end of your tin lid to pop out your products. So you basically slide it between and pop them out just like so. And then that way you're not reaching and digging your nail into the product when you're trying to dig it out, right? So pop it out and voila. So save a tin lid, okay? Good tip. Also, when you get your packing label, the nice thing about it is it lists all of your colors on here, and it's one big sticker for you to peel off if you want to cut out the names. And if you're just not sure of the colors in the beginning when you're learning, cut those out and paste them or stick them right to your compact so you know, oh, that's white peach, that's candlelit, that's ash, that's Hollywood. There they are for you. Packing label, made smart. So then what, okay? I'm going to show you step by step where to apply these products because I probably did a demo and I probably got chatting or talking with a tangent. So I have my eye makeup done. I just don't have the rest of my makeup. So I just have my regular moisturizer on. Now, a couple things that I like to tell people in the beginning. This is a cream-based product. So it is jam-packed with extra moisture that your skin has never really felt with your liquid foundation or your powder foundation before. So a little goes a long way in the beginning. You're going to want to start with just very small, minimal dots to see what type of coverage you're going to get with it, okay? The second thing I like to tell people is that your skin is going to feel tacky in the beginning for the first week when your skin is taking the time to adjust to all this extra moisturizer. I found that I had to cut out my moisturizer in the morning when I first started using these products because my face was just too dewy, so to speak. It was a little too, I'm not going to call it greasy, but it was tacky. It was really tacky. So I felt like the products applied better when I took away my moisturizer in the morning. You will be able to introduce it back. And again, this is going to be a trial and error to see what your skin is going, how your skin will adjust to the moisture. I promise you it's an adjustment period, but it will adjust. Okay, so I always tell people, give it the 2 weeks for your skin to become accustomed to this new routine and this new product. But I promise you it will adjust. So what am I going to do? I am going to do my brightening highlight, okay? So I'm just going to apply my brightening highlight in my T-zone. So kind of almost like a masquerade mask, a few dots above my brows. And again, you need the smallest amount of product that will get you enough to do your face. So I got it above my eyes, okay? Above my brows, and then I'm going to do under my eyes. Now, if I wanted to do any color correcting, which I can see I've got a little bit of purple here today because heaven forbid, my kids sleep at night. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of sunlit, okay? Sunlit is going to balance out that purple tone because it is opposite of the color wheel to purple, yellow and purple. Sunlit has yellow undertones. So I'm going to start with a little bit of color correcting. So if you are doing any color correcting, I recommend doing that before applying your makeup. So I'm just going to gently stipple with the buff brush into the area. So this is going to act kind of like my concealer. I don't use a color corrector all the time, but I'm just showing you if you do have a color corrector that you have purchased and that's what you want, you're going to do that first. So you're going to do your color correcting first. Okay, so then I would go in with the rest of my light highlight. So, and then I'm going to go right over top of it. And again, you don't want to apply it right under the creases. You want to apply it a little bit lower, kind of just where you feel that bone. And then you're going to stipple it up. If you're going to apply the product in there, right in your eyes, it's going to get all gucky under your eyes and you're not going to be able to blend it as nicely. So I do a few dots under my eyes. And then I usually do one here, one here. Okay, so then I did the T-zone and then just kind of like a little check mark. Okay, so then we're going to do the main color. So my main color, I'm just going to come like a little rainbow. I don't know, sure. A little rainbow across my forehead. And then I'm going to do one here. Now again, you are going to find out where you are going to need this coverage, and that a little goes a long way. And then I'm going to come all along my lower jaw. Again, tiny dots, just tiny dots. I'm actually applying quite a bit just so you can see, but really you just need the tiniest little dot. And put one up here and up there. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my contour. Now contour colors are so versatile. We match you with a color that we think will look good with your hair and possibly your brows if that's what you're choosing to use it for. There are so many colors. There are cool colors, warm colors, and they're very versatile. I've never met anyone who hasn't loved their contour color. So then I'm going to go into my forehead and I'm going to add a few dots, and this is going to add more dimension to my forehead. Because why? We are not one-dimensional people, and we want a sort of structured look rather than a sort of flat-faced look. So there you go. Some people, if they want a little bit more dimension, will come in a little lower with a couple dots. Again, you're going to learn where your contour needs to be placed for your face shape. Everyone's face shape is different. Now, cheekbones, okay? So again, depending on your face shape, do you want your face to look more narrow? Do you want your face to look long? Do you want your face to look lifted? This is what you can do, and you can play around with contour placement. So some women will go, instead of just below their cheekbones, they like to go right along their cheekbones. So I'm gonna go right along my cheekbones. So I basically find kind of the top of my ear, and I'm going to go right along my cheekbones. So a little higher than I normally place it. And that's going to give my face a sort of lifted look. Who doesn't want a lifted look, right? People pay a lot of money for a lifted look. So then I'm going to come in, and again, you can dot it, you can streak it, whatever you want. Sometimes I streak and sometimes I dot. If you wanted a sort of more longer face shape, then you would come at a more angled line and go down. So this one's coming up and it's going across my cheekbone rather than down, and it's going to give my face that sort of lifted look rather than contoured down. So we're just going to do the same on the other side so that I match. We always want it to match. And again, a little goes a long way. So one other tip that I tell people is that your contour texture is going to be slightly different than your highlight texture. Your highlights are going to be a little more creamy, call it more buttery, and your contour is going to be a little more thick and a little more waxy. So what that does is it sort of sits on your face and it doesn't move all over. So your highlights are going to blend lovely and your contour is just going to blend into it but stay where it needs to. So it has stay power. So then I'm going to do my nose. And what I tell people is just kind of run your fingers down your nose, and right at the bridge is where you're going to contour. If you're not comfortable with contouring your nose yet, work your way up to it. Like I said, baby steps. And it's a learning process. So already you can see my nose is narrowed, right? Oh, nose job. And then jawbone. It really depends. You don't have to contour your jawbone, but again, it's going to add dimension to your face. So coming up a little higher with your contour is going to sort of structure your face and narrow out. Like I have a sort of wider jaw. So if I want to narrow my jaw out, then I'm going to come up a little higher on my jawbone. Okay. Some people come a little lower, and it's really just personal preference for what you want to do and the look that you're trying to achieve. If you're not ready to contour at all in the beginning and you just want to use it for your brows because it's amazing for your brows, then you do that. So there we go. Okay, contour done. And then we're going to add a little bit of our lip and cheek. And some people do this at the end. I like to blend it right in because I don't know why. It's like a paint by numbers. I like to look all crazy with these dots and then see like, wow, look at it blend. But some people like to do their whole face and then they add their lip and cheek at the end. Personal preference. And again, it is so versatile. So when we're blending, I like to just kind of stipple it around. And what it does is it doesn't rub your face. It's not going to, you know, like agitate your skin. It's just going to sort of stipple it and blend. I don't know how else to explain it. So you can still see my pores. You still see any blemishes that I have, like slight freckles or, you know, spots that I'm not trying to hide behind it. But those are the areas that you can definitely correct if you have areas that you want to hide. So if you want a lightweight application, you can have a lightweight application, which really doesn't make you look like you're wearing makeup at all, which is so nice. I can't even tell you how many non-makeup wearers are swooning over these products. It's like, I've never worn makeup, but I love it because it makes my skin feel good and it makes it look just refreshed. So you're not going to look made up. You're just going to look a little bit more refreshed, and you can see like it's just a dewy. I amaze myself all the time, and I know it seems really silly because I'm always like, oh my gosh, look at it, but it really is. I look in the mirror all the time and I'm just like, oh, I don't look sleep deprived. Oh, not at all. Let's hide that. So there you go. And I usually just kind of leave this area to the end because everything just kind of blends around it, la la la. And then we're just going to sort of, I always blend up. So you're going to give that lifted look. Who doesn't want a sort of lifted appearance when you're, you know, a busy mom and verging into 40s soon? Shh, don't say it. So there we go. So I give that sort of dimension. So you can see the dimension on my face. It's not one color. I get a little definition in my nose. You can do more contouring. You can add a little bit more brightener down it at the end just to sort of give it that definition. Be sure to blend. And voila, structure, okay? Structure, cheekbones. And then if I wanted to, then I could contour my brows with my contour color. And it just sort of, it acts almost like a brow wax as well. We do sell a brow wax, which is very lovely, but it just kind of tames the brows and gives it some shape. I have microbladed brows, so shh, that's why they're on already. But sometimes they get a little patchy, see? So I have to fill them in. So you should have seen my brows before. I didn't have any. I really didn't have any, but I do now, and this stuff is lovely to just tame it. But before I got my brows microbladed, I relied on this contour, and it was the only thing that would stay in my brows. Like, I have tried everything. liquid brow, the pencil, the little markers that have the little hairs. I tried everything with my brows, and by mid-afternoon, they were gone. They were gone off my face, not with this stuff. So still a little patchy in that spot. Fill that in. There we go. Brows, done. So that's it. Now, if you were the type that you're wearing a mask during the day, or you find you get very oily in the T-zone, then that's when you reach for your setting powder. And this is the vanilla setting dust. We have a powder brush. I just use the fluffy end of my Buffy, and you would set it. This also will take away a bit of the shine. If you prefer that sort of matte finish rather than the dewy glow, then that's where you would do it, kind of just in your T-zone or anywhere where you would be wearing a mask. If I wanted to add bronzer to my complexion, I would throw a bit of my bronzer on, add a little bit more color for the pasty winter, and that would be it. And then an illuminator, why not? Add the illuminators, their powder or their cream. The cream ones I find are a little more shiny, and the powder are a little bit more shimmery, if that makes sense. Sparkly, let's say sparkly. So you can see the lovely sort of shine that I'm getting, and what it's going to do, again, just add more dimension. So it's going to be illuminator, lip cheek, and then your contour all in a line. So that's it. You can put on your brow bone. You can put it, on your lips if you wanted a little shimmer. I should add some lip and cheek to my lips. And it just all works and is lovely. I'm going to add a little bit of that Summer Love, wherever it went. Nope, that one is Sadie. Sadie's pretty. Just kind of a gloss and a slight pink. So again, very versatile, easy to use, very lovely to use. It's just, it works. It adds that dimension. I don't feel flat-faced. I don't feel cake-faced. I feel like me. I just feel a little bit more refreshed. So that's the makeup in a nutshell. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. If you ever receive anything that has a lip cheek that has like a little nick taken out of it, or you receive one and it has opened in the parcel, or you receive a broken shadow, which sometimes happens, reach out to customer support or contact me and I will do it. And they are very amazing with replacing very quickly. It's a simple place your order number in, tell them what happened, take a picture, and they send it out right away. So I'm happy you all got your makeup or are getting your makeup. And please don't ever hesitate to reach out with questions. Just because a party is ending doesn't mean I disappear. I'm here to help. So have a great day, and thanks for watching.